Call 312-6-million. Injury law made personal. That's Ankin Law.
And it's gotten White Sox fans very excited, especially on Friday night in a national televised game on Fox Sports 1. Roch Cholowsky put on a show, hitting 2 homers, one of them a big grand slam. It was a huge weekend for UCLA as they swept TCU at home, a pretty resounding statement series win for the Bruins, as they'll get consideration to be re-ranked again as the number 1 team in the country, as we'll get those polls on Monday. For the series against TCU, Roch Cholowsky went 4 for 12. 3 of those 4 hits went for home runs. 7 games, 6 home runs for Roch Cholowsky. And Jim, I know what I said in our previous episode, that I wanted to try to calm down the excitement for White Sox fans. We still have a long way to go. A lot of things could happen. Now I'm saying you can go ahead to Grandstand and get your Roch Cholowsky jerseys made. Because this was, I was trying to hold off until face quality pitching like TCU. No offense to UC San Diego and Tulane. They do not have the pitchers to adequately challenge Roch Cholowsky. TCU does. They got burned. This upcoming weekend, I'll be joining Roch down in Texas, seeing him in person against 3 SEC schools. And if he crushes that weekend, then there really is no doubt. And the tea that we are hearing from reliable sources within the White Sox almost makes me think twice that I should go bother seeing Grady Emerson next weekend when I'm in Texas. It really feels like, even though it's late February, we have a good understanding that the number 1 pick in the 2026 MLB draft is going to be Roch Cholowsky. So are you ready for Roch, Jim Margolis?
Yeah, I mean, like, I was thinking about the jerseys and thinking that like Caleb Williams did not have the same number in college that he had in the pros, and so people who jumped the gun had look a little bit silly or look a little bit like a knockoff. But yeah, he's wearing number 1. I imagine if he wants number 1, he might be able to get it, or like the White Sox might want to make that happen, and Will Venable might not mind. So it's probably a safe number.
I don't know number.
Yeah.
It's so out of mind.
That's the one. That's the one area where he holds his ground. Yeah, no, it's based on the footage, based on what the defense as well. I mean, he's playing both sides of the ball, and that's what makes him so compelling. Is not just showing out as a hitter, but also playing a premium position really well. Yeah, great. I think with the first overall pick, I'm kind of the mindset where sometimes it's not bad to be second, just because if the number 1 pick takes a no-brainer, then it's a case where everything's opened up and every decision is defensible from there on out. And in this case, sometimes you want the number 1 pick and you want to pick that no-brainer yourself. And yeah, he's on trajectory right now. And I think it's more a matter of doing your due diligence with everybody else, Emerson and Curiel and anybody else you've had in your top 10, just in case disaster strikes or some kind of injury strikes, and you have to worry about him being physically limited and playing the way that he did before. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty cool to have a number 1 pick for the first time in decades, and have a player like this who seems hell-bent on making an easy decision.
Yes, that's the one thing that I've noticed, and even his post-game interviews as well. And I can't wait to get a chance to get a one-on-one interview with Roch this upcoming weekend. Just the impression that I get is being the number 1 pick is not good enough for Cholowsky. The way that he's playing right now, and especially the way he reacted after hitting that grand slam, they remembered as freshmen a couple years ago getting their butts kicked in Fort Worth, Texas against TCU. None of those guys are currently on TCU's squad, but they use that as a huge chip on their shoulder to prove a point to the rest of the country that, because again, there's a lot of naysayers, because it's UCLA's a Big Ten school. Come on. They're going to beat up on a lot of teams this upcoming year. They're not that good. UCLA wants to prove, and they're really going to be headstrong this upcoming weekend against 3 SEC schools. I'm expecting them to play at a high level to prove that they do merit all of the preseason consideration of being a national championship contender. And Roch's just playing at a level right now. It's like, I don't want to be the number one pick. I want to win the Golden Spikes Award. I want to win the Dick Hauser Award. And I want to hoist the National Championship Award and be part of the dog pile in Omaha. Like, he wants it all. And that's pretty exciting. And it just adds more hype and even to the legend of Roch Cholowsky. Again, the merit, hopefully he stays healthy. But I guess I could start looking at other targets of the White Sox, the second, third, and fourth rounds. Maybe, James, I'll have to drag you along the suburbs of Chicago to see how some of the other guys of the White Sox area code team see what Landon Tomey is up to these days when he starts playing in early March. Thanks for watching the latest Sox Machine video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Sox Machine. And if you ever need something to listen to, subscribe to the Sox Machine podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, such as Spotify and Apple Music.